It's been a hot issue in the city of Robbinsdale. What to do about the suspension of yard waste pickup? Now the city is moving closer toward a possible solution. The city council this week approved a plan to seek quotes from companies to pick up yard waste through the end of the year. Yard waste pickup became an issue in the city in May when its current hauler, Waste Management, suspended collection to focus on garbage and recycling pickup. Under the potential new arrangement, city officials say residents would not be charged with any extra costs. Officials also say Waste Management would be responsible for any costs that exceed the current yard waste contract. There's a new law enforcement helper to sniff out crimes involving illegal cash. That's Canine Bia, who was introduced this week in Golden Valley. Bia arrived from Hungary and will work for the Minnesota Department of Public Safety. She received special training to locate large amounts of currency. Bia will help solve crimes involving illegal gambling, unlicensed alcohol sales, and stolen funds.
She is able to locate not only the odor, but locate the source of it in a fraction of the time that it would take us to search an entire building or room.
Bia can locate money hidden in homes, buildings, vehicles, and even cash buried in yards. There's a pilot program in the works for Brooklyn Center residents to help with culturally responsive mental health care. Shannon Slatton sat down with Blue Cross and Blue Shield's Vice President of Racial and Health Equity, Bukata Hayes, to learn more about it in today's Newsmakers.
Well, I guess to begin, what is culturally responsive mental health care?
Yeah, so I think that's a really important framing and concept for folks. One is typically mental health practitioners were trained in one trauma, right? Mm-hmm. And so culturally responsive sort of mental health care means that you are trained in multiple traumas, sometimes compounding traumas, right? We know race presents and has different outcomes, presents different outcomes within community. And so culturally responsive teletherapy takes that into account. Right, the practitioner understands that, is culturally competent, is trained to take that into account in addition to and sort of in concert with the mental health issue that they're being seen for.
There's some special services going to be made available to Brooklyn Center residents. What will that look like and what will that be? Absolutely,
absolutely. So we've partnered, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Minnesota has partnered with Hurdle Health. They deliver culturally responsive teletherapy care. They'll be working with Brooklyn Center residents. We know it's been a tough couple of years, both with COVID and the outcomes that, the disproportionate outcomes we've seen in Brooklyn Center. Then, of course, the killing of Dante Wright and the aftermath. And so really trying to hone in and provide some services for folks within Brooklyn Center to engage in, to begin that process of healing. Right, and so one of the ways they can connect with them is through the Health Expo on August 13th. Representatives from Hurdle Health will be there, and then also there's another event that they'll learn about at that August 13th event that will happen the following weekend, and that's the August 20th event. That's more of a sort of know more about the services.
All right, and if I understand correctly, it's actually like telehealth or teletherapy.
Absolutely,
so you can meet people where they are.
Yeah, so it's virtual. So I think that's the other thing that's important right now as we think about culturally responsive care. It's also the care, but it's also who's delivering that care, and we want to provide folks with an opportunity to engage with more BIPOC practitioners and providers. Virtual care, teletherapy, culturally responsive teletherapy is one way.
All right. And how do you hope this helps the community collectively moving forward?
Yeah, I think there's been a lot we've been through. And so part of it is how do we begin to understand sort of how much there is. This pilot is one way. And as Blue Cross Blue Shield of Minnesota, we hope to learn and then provide the service, a service like this throughout our membership, right? But I think part of it is to simply address the need that we know is present. And that is, how do we deal with the stressors that have been the last 2 years here in Minnesota, and then also, of course, in Brooklyn Center.
Lots to look forward to. Bukata Hayes with Blue Cross Blue Shield, thank you for being here today.
Yeah, thank you.
One man's trash is another man's business. As we found out, a Plymouth man has started a garbage can cleaning niche. Garbage cans serve an important purpose, but let's face it, they're gross. especially when they're not cleaned.
It's absolutely dirty. It's filthy. There's grime.
A dirty garbage can not only produces an unpleasant smell, if you're not careful, it can also become a breeding ground for maggots.
We've got them in the lifter going up.
But one man's trash has literally become Brad Podiak's treasure.
A couple years ago, I started researching cleaning trash cans because it's just not provided, especially in the Twin Cities market, very much.
Podiak sensed an opportunity, so he bought this truck and started Metro Wash, a business based out of his Plymouth home that goes around the West Metro cleaning people's trash cans.
Where we live around here, there's a lot of homeowners associations that require cans to be in garages full-time where they can't be in view from the general public, so your garage starts to stink or you grow maggots, and it's just been a happy service.
The truck uses 2 high-pressure heads that spit out water heated to a temperature of about 200 degrees. The entire process only takes a couple of minutes, and it leaves a filthy can looking and smelling like new.
I joke, it smells like fresh laundry in your garage. Or if you really want to be fancy, that you're smelling the lavender fields of France.
Nancy Ganas is one of the 150 clients who have signed on since Metro Wash started earlier this summer.
It's been fantastic, especially the timing of summer, coming off some big holiday parties. It has been quite a treat, if you will. I can't believe I'm saying this about my garbage cans.
As the business gets off the ground, Podiak is mainly using word of mouth to advertise. It's a dirty job, but it's one he's happy to do.
It's not a side hustle. It's what I'm doing really 24/7. And so marketing is huge, as people don't even know this service is available.